So in my Google Drive, I'll just go and quickly generate a video using Gemini. So this is a tool called Vids, and I'll just say I need an introductory video for my volcanoes lesson for grade 7. And this is a simple prompt. Normally, I could give it more details. I could ask it to have a specific structure. But as you see, what it does is it generates a video from scratch. It adds the different scenes. It adds text on the videos. It adds images. It adds maybe some videos, stock images and stock videos. And you can also generate the scripts, as you see, and the voiceovers. So let me start sharing this tab so you can actually also hear the actual. Sorry, I'm on the wrong account, so you will not be able to hear the sound. But this is how the video would look like. Even have audio overview embedded. So this is, once again, something that you've seen me generate in less than 2 minutes and based on a simple prompt. Of course, I can edit this and I could change it. Keep in mind, though, this is also one of the features that is available in the upgraded version. So I will slowly wrap my demo here because we are at the end of the scheduled time, and I know it's also at the end of the school day for you and at the end of the school year as well. So I don't want to steal too much of your time. I do want to say a massive thank you for joining the session. I do hope you found it useful and you had some ideas for actually using Gemini. And if you have other questions, I'm happy to stay a bit longer and answer any questions. And that's something that I spent some time on. So question about the video. Is it download? So can you download the video? So you'll see that in my Google Vids interface, I can export it to my Google Drive, and then I could download it from Google Drive. So that's something that you would need to first export to Drive, and then you could download it. So that is actually one option. So having said that, as I said, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to stay a bit longer and answer any questions. Do keep in mind that you can access most of the things that I showed you with the free Google Workspace account. So you'll have access to Gemini and Notebook LM. For the integration, that's something that you would need the Gemini education licenses for. And if you think that that's something that might be an option for you and the school, let me know, and I can come with an offer for those Gemini licenses if you think that's something that might be useful, or if that would be an option. So thank you so much for joining. As I said, do let me know if you have any other questions, and I'm happy to go through some of the questions. Yes, Ayad.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Bogdan, for your interesting presentation, actually. I want to ask you a question. Actually, for the document, for the Google Docs, and mostly all of the other items you told us about it was just for the paid, for the upgraded account, right?
So the integration, yeah, that's available in the paid account. But just something to keep in mind, even in the free Gemini, so if you're in the Gemini app, the free access that you should already have, you can still access documents from your drive. So if you go to the settings in the Gemini app, and in the apps, there's an option to turn the Google Workspace app on. And if you have this enabled, you can actually reference or use other documents from your Google Drive. So then what I would do is, when I have a chat, I can use the @ sign and I can connect to Drive or Gmail or Keep or any of the other Google tools, and I can pull information from there. So it's not the same like the integration, direct integration in Docs and Sheets and Drive, but it is something that I can use as sort of a middle step.
Okay. For example, for videos, is there a limit for the upgraded accounts or not?
So for the videos, that's also, for that you definitely need the Gemini education license. And there isn't a limit as to how many videos you can generate, but there is a limit on how much space you have on your Google Drive. So those videos do take up a bit of space. So if you generate a lot of videos, you might run out of space on Google Drive. But you can also always generate the videos, then download them, and clear the space from the drive as well. So that's something that's also an option.
Okay, one last question. Now, if we made an account, for example, for our school,
Yes.
will it be enough for all the teachers to use it at the same time for the same account?
So each account is individual, so you would be using it on different accounts. And that's something that's quite important to keep in mind. Each account is on its own. And the licenses, if you're thinking of trying the Gemini education licenses, the upgraded ones, they would be attributed to specific accounts. So it's not a shared account for the whole school. They are individual accounts.
So it is possible to make just one major account rent for the school with a paid one, and then we have sub accounts inside it, right?
No. So that's what I'm saying. There are separate accounts. So on the school, you could have the Google accounts on the school domain, but for the Gemini licenses, the upgraded ones, those are per account. So you would have, let's say, 20 teachers that you want to have Gemini education, the upgraded version, you would need 20 licenses. If you have 5 teachers that should have access to that, you would need 5 licenses. So that's why I said it's not one account per school and then it's shared with everybody. They are individual licenses.
Thank you, Bulman.
You're welcome. And I've seen a question, Mahmoud, can you modify previous plans? Yes. So that's also another advantage of working with Gemini. You can actually, if you have, let's say, a PDF with a lesson plan or any resource, you can just go to add files when you start the chat, and you could upload your document, or if you have it in Google Drive, you could add it from Drive, and then use the prompt. Don't say, I want to create a lesson plan. Tell it, I want to improve this lesson plan, or start from this lesson plan and give me another one. Or something like that. So definitely, and this is the same with anything. You could also add, for example, you could add a student essay and ask Gemini to help you with some feedback, for example. So this is a great, so I'll just quickly show you this, but this is part of the Google Docs integration as well. If I have, for example, a student essay here on the history of Hong Kong, I could use Gemini to help me grade it. And especially if I have a rubric in a different document, like here, for example, I have the rubric for this assignment. I could go to my student essay and I could ask Gemini, help me grade this student essay using the rubric in, and then I will actually use the document where I have the rubric. And here, what Gemini does is that it references the information from the rubric document, and it gives me a first draft of feedback for my students. Of course, I need to double check this and adjust it, but it already can save me a bit of time giving me a first draft for the student feedback. So, great questions. Thank you so much for the questions. I just want to see if there is any other questions that are left before we are wrapping the session. As a follow-up, so I will be sharing the recording and you'll have access to it later on. Give me some time because it takes a bit of time for the recording to be processed, but by the end of today or tomorrow, you should have access to the recording as well. Please feel free to get in touch if you have questions. My email is bogdan@appsedu.com, and feel free to send me an email if you have questions. I'll be more than happy to help out.